Good afternoon to everyone from the subcontinent, and good morning or good evening to people who are joining from outside the subcontinent. Welcome to this webinar for the contactless delivery options within LS Retail for the current situation that we're facing at this particular moment. Just a small guidelines for the webinar that we have. We will be having the webinar for 60 minutes or 1 hour. And out of the 60 minutes, we'll be presenting for 50 minutes, and then at the end, we'll have a 10-minute Q&A. We'll be keeping everyone on mute mode so that we continue the webinar. And at the end of the session, there is a Q&A box on the right-hand side. So if anyone wants to raise a query, please raise your queries in the Q&A, and we'll be taking up in the last 10 minutes. Of course, you can reach out to us at infotech@godrej.com at any point for any further clarifications or queries. I'll just start with the agenda for today's session. The agenda is to have a quick introduction about the team as well as the organization that we represent. As far as the team introductions are concerned today, it's me. My name is Nitin Nayak. I'm a solution architect, primarily handling Microsoft technologies. I've been associated with Microsoft Dynamics products for the last 16 plus years and been associated with Godrej for the last 6 plus years. My colleague Kaushik Debnath is a subject matter expert in the retail and the hospitality segment. He has been working on the business pertaining to retail, hospitality, and the product specialization is LS Retail. So he'll be driving us through the product demo, and he'll be one who will be taking up most of the presentation. As far as the agenda is concerned, we'll be spending about 5 minutes on speaking about the challenges on the new normal that we are facing with the pandemic situation, which we are facing. And this is a situation which most of us had not thought about. So after that, we'll go into the product, where at a detail level we have configured the call center functionality for your reference, and then we'll also talk about the other options which can be used by the hospitality industry for the contactless options that we have, whether it is in terms of deliveries or whether it is in terms of payments. And then, as we discussed, we'll have a short Q&A session for 10 minutes, and we'll be taking up questions, if any, at the end. Just a quick introduction about Godrej Infotech for people who are from the subcontinent in and around India. Godrej touches the life of most of us, right from our household appliances. We contribute to the nation's economy as far as the aerospace initiatives are concerned. Basically, we are divided into two major divisions or major segments, if you can call. One is the Godrej and Boys Group, and the other is the Godrej and Industries Group. This is the major segment. We are part of the Godrej and Boys family. The legacy of Godrej, most of us will be aware that we are a 122-year-old company with more than 28,000 professionals. We are in the Fortune India 500 list with our turnovers exceeding 4.1 billion revenue. And as a group, we have always been known as someone who has contributed majorly for the environment, for the country, and also from the philanthropy perspective. The Godrej name resonates well with the customers as well as the other people around. As far as our offerings are concerned, we've just tried to divide our offerings into two parts. On the left-hand side, we have the product offerings. On the digital technology side, we have the IoT, we have data sciences, AI, ML, statistical algorithm. On the cloud solutions, we are majorly a Microsoft house, and Infor is one of the technologies that we are major players in. So you can see a lot of Microsoft, and you can see a bit of Infor over here as well. So we are big time into Azure, O365, D365, disaster recovery, and also CRM. On the Infor side, we are one of the biggest partners for Infor in the Asia Pac region, and we are into Infor EAM, we are into DEPM, we are also into WMS, SharePoint, .NET, and we have our own payroll application as well. On the business central side, we have AX, we are into AX Retail, NAB, Infor LN, we are into Oracle. We are also into retail and hospitality by going with the ISV of LS Retail. On the database side, we manage SQL and Oracle, and we also are into remote infrastructure management and data information security. On the service side, we offer digital transformation solutions, mobile technology. We are into enterprise applications. That's the biggest view that we have at this particular moment. We are into application development maintenance. We of course do implementation, rollout, upgrade, migration, and enhancements, which takes the major chunk of the service revenue. And then business process consulting is the segment that we take up on a sometimes. Okay. Now, what we have tried to do is we've just tried to list down the kind of business formats which will be taken care by LS Retail, and we have also tried to list down some of the new normal challenges. We call it the new normal because the pandemic hit us unawares. We absolutely had no idea of what situation we are going to be in when the pandemic struck, and there was a lockdown. And one of the industries which got hit majorly was the hospitality industry, because there was restrictions in terms of the customers coming into the premises, and that's what caused a lot of disruption in the industry. There have been concerns post the lockdown. There have been concerns in terms of how to go contactless. I think that is the buzzword nowadays in terms of the retail segment, whether it is hospitality or otherwise. So the major factor which drives the contactless word is the hygiene factors which are attached. So the less number of hands which touch the food or the delivery, that is the key area of concern for the customer nowadays. E-payments are the ones no one wants to deal in cash nowadays. There are policy regulations where I said the customers may not be allowed to come into the restaurant, or they might not be allowed to come into the restaurant in sufficient quantity for the business to run smoothly. There will be increase in the number of deliveries. There already has been an increase in the number of deliveries, and that is one of the reasons that we have tried to have this particular webinar, so that we can have the options discussed which are available in LS Retail for the deliveries. Customer loyalty has taken a big hit at this particular moment, because apart from the fact that the retail houses have not been able to open, it's very difficult for the customer to connect also to businesses, whether it is any kind of retail, and hospitality is one of the biggest impact bearers. One of the typical problems which is assisting orders. When we go to a restaurant, you have someone waiting for you and taking the orders and allowing us in terms of what are the ingredients, what are the kind of allergens, what are the spice intensity, etc. So we need the technology to assist us in terms of what are the ways in which we can assist the customer in terms of identifying the items that they would like to order and get it delivered. We have tried to address this particular situation in the webinar, and what we have done is we have tried to exploit the functionalities which will assist us with the contactless deliveries, which e-payments, and with our deliveries, with the increasing number of deliveries that are taking place. We have configured a full-fledged call center functionality, which my colleague Kaushik will take you through right now. So without much ado, I'll request Kaushik to take over from here. Kaushik, all yours.
Good afternoon and good morning to all. Thank you, Nitin. So from here, I will take the LS call center. As you see, the slide starts with the call center. So the configuration of LS call center can be configured in two ways. The first one is an online call center, and the second one is an offline call center. So on your left, you can see this is an online call center, and over here on the right, it is an offline call center. So let us see what is the difference between these two. The difference is database. The online call center handles the flow of orders within the database. There will be a single database, in fact, whereas the offline call center handles the flow between the database of offline call center to the different restaurant databases, right? In this presentation, you can view the color codes, which signifies that the online call center with a single color, right? And the offline call center with multiple colors. So let us now find it out how we decide the architecture of the call center. First of all, we have to find it out how many restaurants are there and how they are spread out geographically. Call center, the second point is call center is managed in-house or it is outsourced, right? And third one is the availability of connection. So these are the three factors through which we decide which type of call center we will be using for our customers, right? So now let's come for the process flow of call center. For today's webinar, we have configured an offline call center along with a restaurant, that is a delivery restaurant. We will be showing all the 4 steps in our product demo. So these are the 4 steps. We will be showing it into our the database we have configured. Now let's take a scenario over here that one of our existing customer, Mr. Johnny, will be calling to our call center on phone and order his food. The call center executive who will be receiving the call and take the order will be Mr. Peter, right? So from here, I will be taking tab, that is, I will take a step from here from the presentation and show it to your database. And again, come back to the step 2 and take you to the database. So if you take over here, these are the instances which database instances which we have already made. So we have a demo call center over here, and there is a pizza delivery restaurant over here, which we have already configured, right? So, and the third database, which we will be showing you later, it will be a self chaos. So these are the 3 different options available or the database instances we have created, right? So we will be starting with logging into the call center, right? And of course, we will going through one by one. So let's take our call center executive, Mr. Peter will log on with his user ID over here. So right now we have configured 601. Now, the moment he logs on to the call center, so this is the screen which he can view, right? On your left, starting from the left, there are 3 options for order taking at call center, namely delivery, takeaway, and pre-orders. So we will be demonstrating the process of delivery today because this covers all the scenarios available for takeout and pre-orders, right? So now come on to the dashboard, a small dashboard which is available over here. So this dashboard gives a Peter look at how it is, what are the orders if punched today, these are the store number, this is the receipt number, and this is the progress list. So this is the actually the status of the orders which is already done, queue, finished, or in process. So all these are viewed from here. This is the name of the customer, right? This is the staff ID through which the order has been taken. Of course, the address of the customer and date and time of the transaction. And of course, there is gross amount also. So from here, the first step for the is taking the, I come over here, this is the customer calls over here. So what it does is Mr. Peter calls over here. And now I would like to add one more thing over here, that the call tools integration with LS for fetching the phone number and opening for the order taking screen directly can also be done. We have done this in many of our customers, but for the demonstration purpose, we have not configured that call tool integration. So over here, so what I will do is I will as a Peter, I will just press the take order over here. Now I will put the phone number. The moment I press enter, so this is the history which comes into front of Peter. Now he can view what are the orders already been taken, and the next one he's going to do is take a new order. The moment it's a new order, it will ask for takeaway or delivery. So I will say delivery. So this is the order taking screen which comes into uh, the screen which says these are the two available restaurants who is taking the order. So if I come onto the screen again, so this is the first step which is completed. Now, coming on to the second step which says allocating kitchen restaurant, selection of mode of payment, selection of item, and then order sent to kitchen or restaurant. So coming on to this is the order take. The call. So I will be choosing the restaurant which I have already taken it as pizza delivery order restaurant, which is already configured into the system. Depending on the timing and food of the restaurant, the call center executive also do have the privilege to choose the restaurant, right? Now, after taking this, the next step will be the choosing the payment method. I will be choosing right now cash. Now, as per today's scenario, the payment can be a e-payment, which can be online payment, card payment, or a e-wallet payment. We had configured these payment methods for our various customers and integrated already with LS. For the demonstration purpose, we will be taking the payment method as cash right now. Okay. Now, after doing the selection of payment method, what I will be doing is I need to select the items or take the order from Johnny. So over here, whenever I say take order, this is the menu of the restaurant opens over here. I take a pizza. So the next step will be selection of items from the menu available. So Mr. Johnny, what he does is he orders for six pizza item for his family. So he can just choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has ordered 6 pizza items. Now, as Nitin was already saying in previous slides that we can also go for allergens, right? So maybe Mr. Johnny has some allergy on some item, so he asked for Peter that boss, what is the thing or what are the ingredients? I have some allergies. So what it does is this is the allergens which we can show it on the call center pause. So this is the maybe a gluten, maybe a milk. So is there nuts? No. So nut is not available. So these are the things. So we can configure according to the requirement of our customer. So after this, the call center, the order is being taken. What does Peter do is he just say exit, right? So after the exit, this will be coming over to the order take window. On this window, what he will do is he will just confirm with Johnny that Johnny, these are the orders which we will be delivering you. These are the pizzas which you have ordered, and this is the total amount which will be you have to pay. So he says yes, I confirm it, and Peter, the call center executive over here, he says confirm the order. The moment he confirms the order, there will be a screen which comes into picture that these orders has been 6 quantity of pizza are available, and this have to be thrown to the KDS, that is a kitchen display system for that restaurant, pizza delivery restaurant. So what he does is Peter says okay. The moment he press okay, this will be sent to the kitchen of that pizza delivery restaurant, and of course there will be a small pop-up message also that sent to restaurant successfully. Now let's come to the restaurant, because this is being sent and the data, whatever it is traveling to the our restaurant database through web service. So let's come over here. So this is the store number 8, which is having a pizza delivery cost. So over here, I will log on into this. And of course, it is a delivery. So I will choose the delivery. Now you can view over here, this Mr. Johnny over here, this uh, order has just arrived with a 10 minutes buffer. So this is the time which have to be there. And of course, this is the status which says this is in a queue. And for whom? The customer name, of course, who have booked it. That is the book is 601 that Peter has booked this order. And this is the address, what is the time and everything, and what is the amount. So all these are coming over here as a order. So the next step from here, the next step will be order preparation through KDS or KOT. Right now, we have not considered and configured this in the demo, but of course, I will take you to the presentation over here and just show how the uh, KDS will be taken care. So the order arrived from the call center. From here, it comes to the kitchen service, and from the kitchen service, it goes to the display station where the chef gets prepared, and after preparing, it service to the expeditor. Right from here, all the food which is being prepared are kept over here, and from here, the food is ready to be served. So in our case, it is a delivery. So this is ready to give to uh, given to the driver for delivery, right? So I will just come back over here. So send to now over here, the delivery initiated. So this is the step number 3, which will be starting as of now from here. So coming back, my food over here is ready. Now what I will do is I will be assigning this order to a driver, right? So the delivery guy who is starting over here. So as of now, you can just see this order is marked. So from the KDS, it will come over here. So this will be already started and finished and ready to deliver. So I will say yes. So this is the list of delivery drivers available who are free, right? So right now I will be taking John. So I will assign this order to John for delivery. So when the order is selected and assigned driver button is pressed, the system shows the driver list available, and I already selected Mr. John. So the order which you can view over here, that is order number 55, will just come below for the delivery purpose, right? So now if I press, this is the order which came for delivery. From here, what I will do is I will print order to driver. That means I am assigning an order to driver. The moment I assign an order to a driver, so there will be a slip which is be generated over here. So this is the slip which says, okay, this is get delivered. Now after delivering, I say this is ready to deliver. Now the the order is when the driver returns after delivery. So it went for the delivery with the slip that this is the delivery slip. He started the slip. Now the driver starts his trip with the order for Johnny. Maybe there are more orders assigned to him in this trip also. But right now, as of now, I have only assigned a single order to the driver over here. So when the driver returns after delivery, he will submit the money collected from Johnny to the cashier. Please remember, we had taken the mode of payment as cash for demonstration purpose only. If this is a prepaid, then there will be no cash collected. The order will be settled finally in the system. So what I will do is from here, I will just say, I select the order and I say close trip. The moment I say close trip, there will be two buttons which are activated. Now, if there are different orders available, there we have to do a finalization of order. That means the receiving of amount from the driver, delivery drivers. Now from here, I have only single amount. So what I will do is I will select the order and I say finalize. The moment I say finalize, it goes to the payment menu. I say cash. So as you already remember that we have selected cash as a delivery mode for the for this webinar. So now this is being cash collected by John, and the order is already finalized. So what I will be doing is now after finalization of the order, there will be of course a ending of the trip also, because this trip was having only a single order. So I need to uh, uh, end the trip and collect the money from John, right? The delivery driver. So what I select is, and then I will say total for the trip. The moment I say total, so it will be saying at, I will be putting the value and I say okay. Now the system is again popping up. Is your driver still available and he can take further trips? I say yes, of course. So now the trip will end and the total amount is collected into LS retail. That is with the cashier now. So this is the totaling of the trip. And of course, after see this is being done, these two button again gets deactivated, right? So coming on to the over here, this is settling of order done, right? So coming on to the step 4, let's see the history and tracking of the orders. Now let me find it out. This is the overview. You can just check the overview also. What is the status and what is the orders which is started or finished and everything. And of course, after doing this, you can have the driver list also, right? Is driver is available or not, on call or not. So you can close the call. You can check the driver's posted order also. These are the orders which he have just taken from Johnny. So this is the order details of that. So from here, this gets updated with our call center also, that this order has been updated. Right now, the query has not been updated because I have given a time of 20 minutes, so that it will be updated on 20 minutes. Right. So this is the whole flow of order take and data flow also. So it comes back to the and updates into the call center. So coming back, so we have gone through the kitchen display process flow also. Now we will be going for click and collect. Now, considering today's situations, the click and collect will be more appropriate, because if for the step 1, if I say customer can place the order through his mobile or website and select the store from which he or she wishes to collect. Technically, on the back end, the orders are taken on a omni-channel server, right? The order taken are coming onto the omni-channel server, and then it's sent to the LS central back office for processing, right? And on the step 3, if I come over here, order is automatically assigned to the designated store of the LS central, depending upon where the customer has placed the order. Now, the customer he comes to the store and just collects the item which she have ordered. Similarly, now what happens if the customer does not arrive at the store to collect the items which he or she have ordered, right? And then of course there are some few setups and configurations are there, that there are according to company policy, there are certain timing also, that after 2 hours or 3 hours, the ordered material which has been packed and put for the customer to collect, this will be taken back. That means what we call as a put back to the inventory. But of course, the order is not cancelled, and order is placed in the POS via retail message. There is a retail message over there which is being placed, and the cashier can go to that button and get the order again. So this is the whole process cycle for click and collect. Now, let's come to the mobile app. Uh, Coming on to the mobile app, we can use mobile app for order selection, and collection will be done from restaurant. We will use the LS mobile loyalty app for this. The user journey, which I will show you just now. So this is the process flow of the uh, LS mobile loyalty app, right? So this is the screen. This is the screen of mobile loyalty app along with the menus uh, the user want to choose from the food available, right? And from here, the next menu will be selected. Whatever the menu is selected by the user needs to be added to the basket. So you click it over here and this will be added to the basket. Now, if more detailing is required, suppose there are some items or some uh, food which is being prepared and the user want to see what are the ingredients, what are the allergens on this food, so he has to just tap the food icon over here and the app will show the details, right? So this is the detailing of the dish over here. And after that, for the next step will be the checkout step, which whenever this is being finalized, you check out from the your basket. So after checking out from the basket, the app will ask you that is it all you want to select and do a checkout. If you press yes, then the app will create a QR code, right, which is saved in the app, of course, and this information will also be sent to the respective restaurant, right? Now, coming, so whatever we have done, what is the next step? Because the QR code is generated. Now, how we will be using this QR code? Uh, Let us see. The QR code will be used at the restaurant by our customer. Customer will arrive at restaurant and show the QR code to the cashier, right? Customer to the cashier. The cashier will open the app's history order and select the order and scan the QR code at POS, or of course it can be a kiosk also. The order is created at POS and the customer needs to pay over the restaurant through e-payment or any other mode available, right? The order will be sent to kitchen for preparation. So this is all for the use of the mobile loyalty app, and we can use this one for a given order place and collect it from the store. So what is the difference between takeaway and using of this functionality, that is a mobile loyalty app? Takeaway is you will go to the restaurant, you choose the menu, you order from there and collect it. Whereas there is a difference is with using as a mobile loyalty is you choose the order and at your own say mobile, you go to the restaurant, place the order and collect it. So this is the only difference between takeaway and mobile loyalty app. So coming on the food aggregators, uh, I will invite Nitin to take over on to this.
Sure.
Hand over to
Thanks,
Nitin.
Kaushik. Thanks for the detailed demo. Coming to
Yeah.
food aggregators, actually, this option we added into the webinar for a specific purpose because a lot of inquiries have been flowing us from our prospects as well as our customers who like to know how we can integrate with the food aggregators. Now, there are a lot of food aggregators like Zomato, Swiggy, Uber Eats, and so on. And most of the customers nowadays prefer to go to a particular food aggregator because there are too many options which are available. And most of the restaurants nowadays have decided to, be part of the food aggregator process. And what happens when you go to the food aggregator, right? Now, most of the food aggregators are going to give you an API. right? Now, what does an API does? An API actually allows the user to connect to applications. Now, as far as Business Central is concerned, or even the latest version of NAV is concerned, there are many options by which you can connect the two systems, because the technology nowadays is very fluid and you can very easily connect to applications using the API. But then what is important is that we have options to map the objects and also do a data mapping. So at Godrej, what we have done is we have created a tool. Kaushik, can you just help me with the next slide? It's not moving.
Sure.
So what we have done is we have created a tool in Business Central, and with this particular tool, what is possible is that we manage the uh, data which is going in and coming out of the system. So the whole table mapping, whether it is at one level or whether it is at n level. So if you want me to give an example, let's say if there is an item master which needs to be synced with the food aggregators application, and within the item there are item categories, and within item categories there are product groups, and there can be so many hierarchies in which we are going to build. So there are n number of levels as far as the masters are concerned, and there will be multiple levels as far as the transactions also may be concerned. So and in this particular process, it is very easy using this particular tool to map the APIs of the whether it is a food aggregator or whether it is a uh, e-commerce vendor. We can very easily use this particular tool, and we can actually take the published APIs which are available from the food aggregators and link it with the application. So food aggregators, in fact we are in the process of actually creating some data where we can actually have Magento and some other kind of integration with e-commerce vendors as well. And then there are also aggregators of aggregators, right? There are some players who aggregate different players, and then they would like to give this particular offering to the restaurants. So in that particular case, also it is relatively easy for us to link the APIs which are published by the API vendors, or by the aggregator vendors, or by the e-commerce vendors, and then we can link that particular system, process that particular data, and give it back very seamlessly. So food aggregators is one part which can be taken care very easily in the system, and that is what we wanted to highlight in this particular section. The next option, there are other options which are available. Probably Kaushik, you can speak a little bit more on the other options which are available.
Sure. Sure. So coming on to the other options, as of now, nowadays, whenever due to the pandemic situation, we have another option, what we call as a self kiosk. Uh, this is a self-assisted kiosk, which says there will be a screen which can be configured accordingly. And the second option is the e-commerce, of course. So both of them, if I go for a self kiosk, I can order self and I make the payment. So there will be no person in front of me, that is a cashier. There is no cashier available over there. So there is a less chance of less chance of your uh, thing that for the COVID-19 to get into. But yes, the self chaos is you have to go through each and every button, and you have to go through the all the cycles over there. So this is one of the option. The second option is of course the e-commerce. So whenever you put the order from the e-commerce, it comes into the your say LS retail system, and from there the delivery option will be available, and then it goes for the delivery. So these are the two different type of options over there. So from here I will take a self chaos. If I go on the self chaos, uh, just I will be taking the from here. Just give me a moment, because we have already configured over here for store number 10, right? So from here, if I go for a just a moment, give me a second. Now this is a LS self-service kiosk, which is already been configured over here. So there will be three type of screens. In fact, first one will be the selection of items, second one will be the selection of extra item, and the last will be only the selection of payment. Right now only cards are configured, but yes, we can also configure e-wallets and online payment also available if the our ls uh, if the hardware permits, of course. Now, coming on to this, whatever you are looking over here is only for the demo purpose, and this can be configured according to the requirement for the customers. So coming on to the next, the first is the, you can see on your left, this is the selection and then payment and then of course the collection. I think it is overrated, but anyway, this is the hamburger. So there will be a negative and a positive. What does it mean? It will be adding of quantity. This is the adding of quantity and this is the uh, deducting of the quantity. So I will be ordering a hamburger, another one a burger, and of course a soda. The moment you press a soda, there will be some other options available. So this is the pop-up menu which we can give into the uh, requirement. So this is, I will going for the diet. So this is the screen in which I have selected, that is I have just tapped the screen over here and it gets added or modified, right? So after this, there will be a single button over here, the next button. The moment I say next button, it will go for an additional part. That is something topping or French fries or like that. You can just put it over there. So I will be want a French fry. So the moment I say I press a French fry, so this adds to my order list over here. Now, if I go from this, the selection is complete. So this is the selection menu where I have selected all the items. Now, the next moment, whenever I will press this, so this comes to the payment menu. That is the payment which we have configured over here is the only the card payment, that is Visa, Amex, and MasterCard only. So the moment I press over here, it gets posted. That means the order is being done, the order is confirmed, and from there again the cycle continues. Like it goes to the KDS, that is a kitchen display system. From there it goes to the chef to prepare, that is on the display system, and the customer can collect the food from the expeditor, that is from the place where it displays on the screen that this order number is ready to be served. Now coming on to the here, the person who will be using this self kiosk, maybe a person he is using for the first time, so he may be in a dilemma that what it is, how we can use. For this you can have a small video, uh, means what, how to use it, and we can also upload over here, so the person or the for using for the first time, he can just click and view how to use it. Again, this is not configured by the way at this moment in this demo. So this is the self service kiosk which we can be using at different places to reduce the use of our manpower. That means the cashier should not be you standing in front of the POS machine. So I will be just exiting from here. So let's come back to the PowerPoint slide. Uh, I will be the next will be the Q&A session. I will be handing over to Nitin for this.
Sure. Thanks, Kaushik. Thanks for the demo. Yeah, I think we have tried to cover a few of the topics which are relevant from the current pandemic situation. There are a lot of challenges which the restaurateurs are facing. Now, as far as the solution stack is concerned, there are a lot of options which LS Retail offers. You know, whether it is in terms of the e-commerce. For e-commerce, of course, we can connect to. I mean, LS can connect to the website that you have, or in case you want to use the standard LS e-commerce functionalities, we can use that with the omni-channel options. In case you want to have faster checkout options, we discuss click and collect. We discuss mobile point of sale. We discussed self kiosk. There can be a connected e-commerce also. Let's say in case you want to have your own e-commerce website, or you want to have a common e-commerce website from where you want to integrate LS system and bring your orders onto the system, we can do that. In case you want to link to the social media, whether it is Facebook, whether it is Twitter, uh, in case you want to have your ads running on the point of sale or the kiosk, in case you want to send mobile notifications to your customers, you can do that. In case you want to have employee incentives by way of rewards, there is a whole sales commission module which is available, and you can track the orders which are coming from your employees and reward them based on that. You can even send emails to the customers, whether it is offers, whether it is notifications, or even if it is an e-bill. So nowadays, uh, everyone is trying to go paperless. There are a couple of reasons for that. One, of course, it saves us a lot of trees. And second thing, nowadays, because of the contactless options that people are looking for, we are looking for options where we don't deal into cash, or we don't deal into paper invoices. So you can actually send e-bills on their email. We have multiple apps which are available now. The apps we have talked about are only the front ending apps that we have talked about. So we have talked about customer loyalty apps where you can actually go and order food if you are a customer. But that particular app functionality is not just limited to the front facing customers. In case you want to have a functionality where you can take a physical stock take of your items without touching them, you can use a normal Android phone and use the barcode which is available on certain items for taking physical stock. In case you want to do receiving and dispatching using the mobile POS, you can do that. There are loyalty options, because, as I said, loyalty is something which is becoming very difficult to manage at this particular moment. So if you want to manage loyalty, there is a full suite of membership management which is available from LS Retail. A lot of options which are available at this particular point in time, and this particular session, we try to squeeze in as much as possible and give you an idea of what is available in the application from the standard feature perspective. But in case there are any kind of queries from your side, anything which you would like us to help you out with in terms of how it is possible in the system, you can feel free to get in touch with us. We are available at infotech@godrej.com. So you can reach out to us at any one point in time. We'll try our best to reach out to you as quickly as possible. So that's about it. Thank you very much for joining us. It's always our pleasure to bring out new features about the applications that we deal in. And as we said, there are more areas where you can get in touch with us apart from hospitality as well. In case you want to help us out with Business Central or AX or Info or any other technologies, whether it is SharePoint, D365, O365, Azure, please feel free to get in touch with us. We'll be more than happy to serve you and answer your queries, and also assist you in finding the right solution for your business. Thank you so much again for joining us in this particular webinar. We'll be publishing the list of the oncoming webinars on the list, and we look forward to having you in the future webinars as well. Thank you so much for sparing your time. And in case, as I said, in case there are any queries or any questions, please feel free to get in touch. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you all.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.